Let's talk.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
First and foremost, I'm sorry about my washing machine. It's like really loud, and I know that that's probably pretty distracting if you can hear it. So I apologize, but I gotta stay clean. All right, so we're talking about Lonnie Walker. Kind of unfortunately, you guys know I want Lonnie Walker to come back. I think that he will be more than worth the money. But now the question is, does he want to come back? And some people are starting to speculate from this quote in particular. And Spurs fans are wondering, is it just a pipe dream at this point? And I'll have to say, I understand you being skeptical. So this quote alone, I'm hopeful to be back, is up to my agents. I'm actually on Spurs Nation CP page on Instagram, in which I was just kind of glancing through the comments, and people weren't necessarily happy with it. And I went on to Twitter as well, and it was kind of the same thing. People were just like, it's up to you. Why are you saying it's up to your agents? It's really up to you. And I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily make a video on this if it weren't for this in particular, which we already talked about this, in which Lonnie Walker liked a plethora, or at least a multitude of different tweets, basically saying that he should have got more minutes. I mean, this one right here, this is the one that stood out to me, as you know, in the last video, Free Lonnie Walker, in which you would like that one. And yeah, since then he went ahead and unliked them, but everything on the internet can be saved or screenshotted. But I mean, at least he can have some type of deniability now that he kind of unliked them, but who knows. But with that being said, I did want to at least listen, because sometimes you look at quotes and you just take the quotes as face value, and I'll just let you be the judge whether or not you felt that this was condescending, or he genuinely just means it, or it was nothing to it at all. So yeah, so let's go ahead and listen to it. Let me turn up the volume just a little bit so you can hear him. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful to be back. It's at this point, it's up to my agents, so I'm gonna take a nice little vacation with my fiance and call it a.
All right, well, basically he said it's up to his agents and he's gonna take a vacation, and yeah, he'll be back in grind mode. That's basically what he said. So you can kind of listen and hear the way he said it. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where I don't think it's that big of a deal, but because of this, it does make you at least put one eyebrow up, and you're like, is he or is he not going to stay? And I don't know. After the game, you are emotional. I do think he's a deep thinker, but you are emotional. So sure, you might like some things. And I haven't seen him do this at all, honestly. Like, there's been many times throughout the season, I try to keep up with everything, but there's been many times throughout the season where Lonnie Walker, he's got praise from the fans, in which fans said he needs more minutes or give him more minutes. I don't remember him doing it as a rookie. I don't remember him doing it much at all. Now, I don't look, I try to keep up with as much as I can, okay? But I don't remember him doing this. And I just find it very strange that right before free agency, we get this. And this quote, I understand it by itself kind of seems like, but I think mostly it's when you compile it with this that fans start to question it. So how do I feel about this? I think it could be worse. I think it could be worse. Okay. There's so many players that go into free agency and it's just blatantly obvious that they don't really want to come back. Like they don't want to come back. But with this one, Lonnie Walker's quote, I'm hopeful to be back. It's up to my agents. I don't know. I mean, he's definitely putting that little in there, like, well, it's going to be up to the money and it's going to be up to my agents to make a deal happen. So I don't know. But the hopeful to be back, maybe, I don't know. I really think it's one of those neutral answers. I'll be honest. I think Lonnie doesn't know. I feel this is how I feel. Okay. And this is just my God honest take. I think Lonnie Walker is going to choose whichever team just pays him the most. I don't feel like he necessarily, especially after this past season, maybe, or going into free agency, he's played really well leading into free agency. I just think that he has the mindset like, look, I'm going to chase the bag. I'm not worried about anything else. And that's a fine mindset to have. Some players, they do want to just stick with the Spurs. Lonnie Walker, I think he's gonna chase the bag. If the Spurs pay him, he's gonna go with the Spurs. If someone else pays him, he's gonna go there. So that's what I think. I think that's the best approach you can go into looking at this quote and listening to him, and even compiling it with this. So I think he's just completely open to the bag at this point, and rightfully so. Okay, rightfully so. Dude, I need some water. I guess that's a sign. I'm gonna go ahead and go. You guys want to support the channel? Only $2 per month. Patreon, YouTube members. I love you.